Hey, we're going to talk a little bit about conscious choice, consciously choosing. So, a couple of episodes back, I talked a little bit about habit and how we can be in reactive habits. This is going to be about consciously choosing, especially when we look at our values, when we look at our stories. We have a lot of opportunity to really change our lives. And if you look at all of the big name coaches and gurus out there, really what they're teaching is conscious choice. I used to pride myself on being a fly by the seat of the pants kind of girl. I had no hard, rigid schedule unless I had clients. I would just do whatever, whenever. If you're a successful entrepreneur, you can imagine what that got me. It got me a lot of stress. I would go through periods where I'd have really easy weeks and then everything would snowball and I would have to rush to catch back up. And it's not a place that you really it's not a place you really want to be. It doesn't feel good. It's stressful. But for people who have a value of freedom, that can feel uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you, I do have one area of my business where I still fly by the seat of my pants, and that's right here. That's right here. I do not script my podcast. I literally have a list of topics. I will pick whichever topic I feel like riffing on. I'll take a moment or two and think about two or three high points I want to hit. And I literally allow the conversation to flow wherever the conversation is going to flow. I often don't know what I'm going to say. And when I script, it's stilted. It does not feel natural. And I just don't like it. I don't like it because I will get into the script and then something will come through. It's, oh, I need to say this, and have difficulty weaving it in without getting back to my original point that I was trying to make. So my podcast is the one place where I will fly by the seat of my pants just a little bit. That and my time off. Okay. My time off, I'll fly by the seat of my pants. But if we want to make conscious choices in our life, then we have to master the conscious and the subconscious. What do I mean by that? If we want to make conscious choices, if we want to have that laid out in front of us, we must be in our awareness. Be in awareness of our thoughts, be in awareness of our feelings, and to be mindful, be in our awareness of everything that we're doing. Okay? It's being mindful of our thoughts, being mindful of what's going on around us, and to not operate out of habit. Because when we operate out of habit and our hands are busy and we're just doing whatever we're doing, our mind can go off in many different directions. And we end up tapping into thoughts and emotions, and we can end up in a place where we're finding ourselves getting in our own way and we don't realize it. There are a lot of examples that I could give. For one, is to be head down working, not in flow. Okay, I'm not talking about flow, but head down working, doing the busy stuff, the doing that needs to get done in the business. And you find that your mood starts to turn a little sour. You start to get a little frustrated. You start to get a little irritated. Where was your mind when you were doing things? And the other thing that can happen is when you're so caught up in the doing, and you're not being mindful, you're not staying on top of your thoughts during that time, you're more likely to make mistakes. More likely to make mistakes. I think I've given the example before of getting ready to leave home to go to the office or go somewhere and you have a cup of coffee and you're going through the motions, you're busy, your mind is running through a checklist of 1,000 things that you have to do, and you go to reach for that coffee cup, and because you're not being mindful and consciously choosing to have your attention on what it is that you're doing, you bump that coffee cup, knock it off the counter, spill coffee everywhere, splashes on your pants, your skirt, your sneakers, dress shoes, whatever. And now you have a mess. And in that moment, you'll realize if I was only paying attention, that wouldn't have happened. And I generally don't like the term paying attention. It gives me too many memories of school, right? Paying attention. It's a common phrase here in the South. But we want to live in a state of meditation. I know many entrepreneurs, I wish I had a percentage on this, but I don't. I'm sure if I went to Reddit, I could extrapolate some numbers. Many people meditate. They'll meditate for 20, 25 minutes, half hour, sometimes even 45 minutes. But when they're not in meditation, their mind is going 100 miles an hour. What I've learned from apprenticing with a shaman is that the most desirable state to be would be to live every minute of your day in a state of meditation. And what does that mean? It means to master your thoughts and to quiet your mind so that when you are doing something, you're fully present and mindful in what you're doing, and your mind can just be silent. If you're someone who's always had to be a problem solver, or if you've been a worrier, it's been your job to figure things out, to solve things, to take care of things. Or if you're someone who's had a past history where it has become in your nature to always think ahead so that you can avoid unpleasant or unhelpful situations. This can be more challenging than someone who hasn't experienced those things. But when we can master our thoughts so that we're mindful and present in the moment, and our monkey mind isn't just spinning out of control, going in many directions, we have more awareness of our thoughts. We have more awareness of our stories when they come up. We can catch them. In the beginning, you may realize, oh my God, I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of thoughts. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Like if you've never done this and you really take your attention to your thinking, you're going to notice a lot of stuff. First and foremost, don't judge yourself for whatever it is that you notice is coming up. Don't do that. Instead, see it as an opportunity. Becoming aware of all this stuff that's coming up, it lays out what I like to call the buffet of choice. This is where we get to make conscious choices instead of reacting out of habit, instead of reacting out of emotion. We can make these conscious choices and conscious decisions that move our life forward, that get us to where we want to be. We can consciously choose better thoughts. We can consciously choose a better story. And this is one of the aspects of the identity work that I often talk about, that we get to choose. We get to choose our story. We get to choose our beliefs. And yes, hypnosis and subconscious coaching is powerful at shifting those beliefs, creating a more insightful and invigorating way of thinking. But in balance to that subconscious work, we have to develop the conscious habit of being mindful of our thoughts, being mindful of the things that we say to ourselves, consciously choosing what we say to ourselves, constantly choosing how we talk about ourselves to other people, constantly, consciously choosing how we talk about other people. Because how we talk about other people Our subconscious mind can't tell the difference between if we're talking about someone else or we're talking about ourselves. So if we're busy talking about someone else, we're programming those things into our mind. And I don't know if you can hear them, but there go the donkeys. They're excited about something. But when we can consciously choose, we are empowered. When we consciously choose, we hold the reins on our life and we get to decide how to move it forward. I won't lie, it's not an easy practice to go from always trying to stay ahead and have that checklist and know exactly what needs to come next and exactly what needs to come next and exactly what needs to come next. But if I can break that habit, you most certainly can break that habit. You can definitely break that habit. I live on a farm. What can I say? He's riding farm equipment around outside out here. So I'm consciously choosing to stay in peace around that because I chose to bring my office home. So, anyway, I want to know how you're going to consciously choose what you bring into your life, whether it's conscious choice through the thoughts that you're going to allow yourself to have, it's a conscious choice of the words that you speak, it's a conscious choice to be fully present in every moment and allow yourself to begin to have that deeper inner awareness, that deeper inner connection that lets you create expansion in your life. Because when our mind is full of all these random thoughts and things that we're trying to sort out, and all the stuff that 99.9% of it is never going to happen, when our minds are filled with all that, it can't be filled with possibility. And that's what life is. Life is possibility. And I want you to embrace that possibility and to just realize your potential, your power that you can create because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And to whatever degree it is that you choose to embrace that, or maybe not at all, that's okay too. Even if you choose not to embrace it at all, if you practice silence in your mind so that you have this conscious choice, the ability to consciously choose and not react, you are going to see your life change. Your life will change. You're going to notice a lot about yourself, and it's all opportunity for growth. I'll see you next week.